Before this episode starts, I would like to say that this is a re-record. The original episode had failed processing and abandoned processing for some weird reason. So there's going to be no discovering kettles or no cutscenes. So let's get into it. Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Splatoon. In the last episode we beat what boss was it? But we beat Area 2. And in this episode we're going to be going through Area 3. As stated at the beginning of this episode, this is a re-record, so all of the levels have been unlocked. So, let's start out with let's start with Stage 10, Auctowhirl, whatever. I completely messed up. But here we are, in Auctowhirl Skyscape, walking a fine line. And of course we're walking a fine line, well, we're swimming a fine line. But since this episode is a re-record, the sunken scrolls have already been gotten, so I'll have to manually go into the sunken scrolls menu after each stage. And I'm very surprised that guy didn't damage me. Enemy right there. Let's just get this Auctowhirl and go across. We're coming very close to where the sunken scroll actually is. Just go down here and then up. Defeat these guys. I really need to be utilizing my bombs more. And straight away, launch pad. Take this Auctowhirl up. And defeat these guys. And the middle Auctowhirl is the one that you want to take to get to the sunken scroll. Just go around the back. And there it is. Sadly, we can't recollect it. But there it is. Going up. Launch pad. And there we go. Next checkpoint. Get these guys before they get me. Another checkpoint. There's a lot of checkpoints. And this arena. Can I just use Seekers? No. Apparently not. Seekers are really good to get around with. If you have a weapon that has a Seeker in multiplayer, you can just go straight to the enemy base, if you're a good slayer, that is. But just defeating all these guys, I went the harder way of going around, but we can get Inkzookas. And final checkpoint. The Zapfish is dead ahead up this platform thing here. All we need to do is just defeat these guys and activate the Auctowhirls and have a bit of a climb. And there it is. Also, if you have a stage that you've already completed, you get a little plush. It's kind of cute. And the sunken scroll says, with the creatures of the surface driven to extinction by rising sea levels, the ancestors of the Inklings were free to haul their 10-legged bodies up onto the abandoned land. This is how the mollusk era began. Let's super jump over to stage 11 now, which is Invisible Avenues. Find your path. I think this is the first of many stages that include invisible platforms and walkways. There is an Octoling right there. And you're trying to shoot at nothing. I'm going to defeat these guys first because they're going to be very annoying. And I'm going to go over here and surprise! Sneak into the enemy territory just to get them. Oh, one of these guys. Okay, can you... Oh, he's walking slowly because he was in my ink. I was wondering why. Okay, get this guy and that one. We're seeing a lot of those ones as we progress. And hello there. You are now dead. Checkpoint again. And... oh, Octoballs. He just fell off the edge. But this is where the sunken scroll is of this stage. Number 11. And in order to get back up, there's an invisible pathway right there. And let's go on over. We need to find the hidden hole. Defeat these guys and get these crates. Use a burst bomb for some quick ink. And this one is pretty nerve-wracking. Gonna get a seeker out in front of me. Don't want to go too far, because I do not know where these paths are. Can I jump over this? There we go. Fake that guy out. Octo Bomber, or whatever their names are, and I can make this jump. Oh, didn't see you coming. Even though I really should be looking down at the gamepad, because the map actually shows where enemies are in story mode. But since it's not like Splatoon 2, I would rather look at the actual screen that the gameplay is on. So that's a neat little change that I like about Splatoon 2 and 3. Like, always actually looking at the screen that you're playing on, bringing up the map with X. Just going to jump over. Going to have to be very careful here, because if we fall, we die. Get you into ink. And just jump across and Zapfish. And the sunken scroll of stage 11 says, twice a year the Inkopolis Collection fashion show captures the hearts and minds of the city's youth. Is there no room in these creatures' minds for anything besides battle and fashion? I mean, it is pretty fresh. Okay, let's jump on over to stage 12, Flutter Junkyard. I will say, having to redo this episode, it's actually pretty fun, because it's not like, you know, having to discover all the kettles and everything, which I am a little bit mad about, that the original episode didn't quite process. There may have been something wrong with the original file or something, I'm not sure. Oh, I thought that was enough of a gap to... Never mind. I thought that was enough of a gap to squeeze through. And also, flutters are apparently a one-hit kill, whether or not you've got armor or not. Zapfish is right up there, but we can't quite get to it just yet. Don't see me. And from what I remember, the sunken scroll is down here. Haha. Right there. Which I think what you actually had to do was... Oh, crap. This is not looking very good. Gotta do a lot of waiting. Because I think the way forward is actually the ink reel right there. Yep, it is. Get this for some power eggs, always nice to have. Another checkpoint, and I see you there. There's another guy right there. I actually looked down at the gamepad. Jump down. You need a key. I really should be utilizing my bombs and actually getting my movements sorted. So there's someone here, yep. And another behind. There's a key that we need. Just grab that real quick. Open this vault. And go all the way up. Seekers home in on enemies, but sometimes it goes too fast and it just goes past them. Especially if the enemy is a moving target. Oh no. So what we need to do here is find the enemy that has the key, which on the map is only one enemy. So right here. You cannot escape me. And then go this way, open the vault for an ink reel. Make sure the flutter doesn't get us. And a long ride to the Zapfish. Can I get this without leaving the reel? Ah, please. Hell yeah, dude. That is a lot of power eggs and Zapfish. The second scroll for this stage says, the first battles of the Great War ended in victory for the Octarian forces. The diligent Octarians easily dominated the Inklings, who were unable to wake up early in the morning. The Inklings have long led a hedonistic style of life. Let's super jump to stage 13 now. Shifting Platforms Midnight Rendezvous. So there's a lot of moving platforms and platforming. I don't like platforming in shooter games like this. That's why I like the multiplayer aspect of Splatoon more than, you know, the single player, but the single player is actually pretty good, in a way. Apart from the fact that it acts as a sort of tutorial for playing the game. Get you. We can just speed past things here because I know where the sunken scrolls are right now. And it's right over there. Very easy. On this part of the stage, it's right in that box. Get away. And just climb up these. Making sure that they go back in the swim form every time the platform moves so we don't fall. Because that is certain death below. And final checkpoint. We are already in the midst of completing this world very fast. Nope. There is a thing down here so we don't fall. And can I make it? Ink these walls. No, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Ooh. Okay, let's start back here. I know we could probably, like, do a fast thing to climb, but nah. But that's a Zapfish. And by fast thing, I mean Squid Surge, which isn't even in this game. I got a bit confused. The sunken scroll for this stage is heralded by loud explosions. The great octo weapons quickly stormed the Inkling's central stronghold. Victory for the Octarians seemed all but certain, but due to a plug being carelessly plugged from its socket, their hopes were dashed. Man, that sucks. Stage 14 is next, and it is Octoling Assault, skirmish at the skate park. Usually Captain Cuttlefish says something here, but he disappears at the end of Area 3. Okay, there is octolings abound in this stage, and I can just make a quick break for the Sunken Scroll and then the goal. No, I'm actually being serious. The Sunken Scroll is right at the end. It's right here in the enemy base. Right there. Also 888, Agent 8 from Splatoon 2, ahaha. And that is Zapfish number 14. That was a very quick mission, I will say. The Sunken Scroll of this stage says Lady Luck has smiled down upon the Inklings, and this turned the tide. Historians today generally agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians in the final struggle was largely due to their superior number of limbs. Also, you can see Judd there. Stage 15 is next. Undeniable flying object, bluefin sighting. Here we are at Bluefin Depot, and there is an Octo Sniper with a lot of ink strikes. So I know this stage quite a bit because I actually played the multiplayer a lot. And this stage was mostly the one that was in circulation, or in rotation, should I say. So the Sunken Scroll is actually on the other side to where we've just come up. I'm honestly not bothering with armor items because, let's just say this stage is pretty easy, but the Sunken Scroll is right next to this checkpoint. It is best if you just hide, but the only way to get up here is on these grates. Defeat this guy. And throw a bomb at this guy. Defeat them with the geyser. Oh, just get in the launch pad. Hello there, sir. And final checkpoint is the battle with this dude. Just continuously shoot at him, I guess. Boom. Easy. Well, that undeniably was a flying object. This is the only remaining photograph of the Squidbeak Splatoon. The unknown young man folding his arms appears to be the leader. At the time this picture was taken, the Great Turf War had been raging on for over a year. Had it now. Up next is a boss, the Rampaging Octowhirl. The spooky sounds return. Excuse me, sir, but how does a plush version of the Zapfish power you again? I'm not so sure. This is the Rampaging Octowhirl. The strategy is to just paint a lot, as much as you can. Because when it does this, it goes 1, 2, and 3, and goes all through the ink, and then just slows down to a halt, which will allow you to do some damage to it. For the second hit, it is now reminiscent of the King Boo boss fight in Super Mario Sunshine with rotating platforms, which you must also ink. Go to a halt, and there we go. That is the second hit. And for the third hit, of course, you have some uninkable platforms that need to be sprayed. And for the third hit, you need to paint around some uninkable platforms and also get damaged. But he's slowed down to a stop, and that is the third hit. And done. That was not so bad at all. Just collect all those. The sunken scroll is right there. And of course it doesn't show the cutscene again. But we do get a new prototype, which on this file I've already done the fourth world, which is over there somewhere. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more of my content, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for Area 4, which I accidentally got onto my main save file for this, but generally nothing would have been really different. So, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.